today we are here with Cheyenne Woods, and who has been touring on the LPGA tour, and she is going to give us a bit of an insight on what she's been doing the last 6 years, how it's been on the tour, and some of her tips and tricks while she's been doing her thing. Yes. Welcome.
Thank you.
So glad you're here.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your story?
27 years old.
Okay.
Born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. I love living out there. I love the heat. I love the desert. But I've played golf my entire life. I've been playing since I was about 8 years old, and competing since 8 years old. And I grew up a tomboy, and I always loved beating my brothers at everything. And I knew golf was the thing that I wanted to do for a career. It was what I always loved. And so growing up, my goal was to always play professional golf, always play collegiate golf.
Mm-hmm.
So through high school, I earned a scholarship to Wake Forest University. I played 4 years there and got my degree and turned pro. And I've been playing golf now for 6 years professionally.
Yeah.
And now here I am, my 4th year on the LPGA, which was my ultimate goal. So it's been really exciting to kind of take the journey, and it wasn't the journey that I had necessarily planned
Right.
in terms of how it looked or how easy I thought it would be,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been awesome.
What do you think was the hardest?
I think the hardest part is going with the flow of the bumps in the road that come along. You always have this picture of what you imagine your life to be and how you're going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, some things are kind of thrown your way here and there, and you have to overcome. And so, in trusting with the process and trusting that, you know, through your determination and your hard work, ultimately, I will get to where my goal is, which is what I've been able to do. So it's been awesome.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been touring for the last 6 years, you said, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What has that been like?
It was definitely a learning experience. Coming out of college, I had never really traveled internationally.
Mm-hmm.
And so I played my first year and a half professionally on the European tour. My first season there, I traveled to like 13 or 14 different countries, and I would travel on my own. Every week we're in a different country, and I have to figure out who's going to work for me as a caddy, where do I stay, what kind of food should I eat, what's the city like. So it was a huge learning experience. And from there, I just get more comfortable with life on the road. We travel a majority of the year, and a lot of the time you're by yourself or making friends, you know, here and there, and being away from family is difficult. But I think these 6 years I've definitely grown and been able to travel the world, so it's been a great experience.
Yeah, I love that through this entire process, it seems like you've stayed so positive, which is great. Yeah. What do you think really got you there? Like, what do you think? Every week is something different, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have some sort of routine. Like what keeps you grounded, would you say? And sane, kind of.
Yeah, really. I mean, with traveling so much and you're competing as well, which can be stressful.
Right.
You definitely have to have a routine. You have to have the things that you do that keep you at peace. And so for me, it's working out.
Mm-hmm.
I love to run, so I try to find either a running route outside or a gym I can go to. That's really important to me. And then little things like keeping my nails done and getting my eyebrows done. You know, like little stuff like that just make me feel good as a woman or as a person.
Yes.
And then also the practice routine and just feeling like I'm prepared. So little things like that here and there, reading a book, listening to music, keeping in touch with friends, makes you feel like you have that little bit of home with you, but you're on the road. So.
Yes. So, like you said, you look great.
Thank you.
What is your beauty regimen? How do you keep your skin so perfect, especially with all this traveling?
Yeah, traveling and then we're in the sun all the time.
Right.
So for me, I'm always looking online at like the beauty blogs, and you know, I'm always on Sephora.com.
Yes.
I'm looking at sunscreens and face moisturizers, and it's so important with as much activity as we do outside to keep yourself healthy. And so I definitely prioritize that. And so you just have to do your research and be consistent again with the routine, and just it makes you feel good. I mean, I enjoy it.
It does.
So,
do you have a favorite mask? I've been masking a ton.
Yeah, so I use the Asian face masks.
Oh, yeah, the ones that,
Yeah, and they're amazing. So our tour, we're actually sponsored by one of the face mask companies, I forgot the name of it, but they provide us face masks, and so like they'll hand them out and we can use them, and it's so handy.
That's so nice.
You just like put them on at night. You look crazy, but
you wake up
but
like
they work. Yeah,
angel.
Yeah. So that's definitely a must. So.
Okay, nice, very cool. So, other than the traveling can be a little bit tough. Tell me a little bit about being in an environment that's almost like a boys' club.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get through that? And I know that you get through it in a very positive way because your mindset. But what is that like, and how do you get through it?
So growing up, I didn't really know any different. I played a lot of golf with guys, and we did have a girls' club that we would play with, but golf has always been very male-dominated. So for me, going into any golf situation, you're always underestimated. And so with that, I felt it gave me power because I know my ability and I know my potential.
Right.
So in being in that environment, it makes me feel powerful to be able to be in this sport that historically has been so male-dominated. But to be able to compete at such a high level feels really, really good. And so I love that. I love that feeling.
Yeah.
And so there are also its downsides as well, the underestimating. But I think you can totally turn that into a benefit and use it as power.
Right. Do you have any words of affirmation or things that you tell yourself when, like us all, we have that moment of doubt? Like, is there anything that really helps you get through those moments?
Yeah, I would say, especially when I'm out here competing, I try to do the affirmations almost every day before I play. Just simple things like, I am prepared. You've done the work, you've put in the time, and reminding yourself, and that kind of gives me a sense of calm. I don't need to stress. I've put the work in, and it's just going to come out naturally. I am prepared. I am deserving of what's to come.
Yes.
Because, in a lot of situations, we want it, but people might not truly believe that they deserve it or are ready for it. So I'm truly believing I deserve it. I'll be accepting of it. So those are two that are really powerful for me.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by,
problem.
and we will be rooting for you.
Thank you.
And come back.
Yeah, thanks, definitely.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.